Good morning, everyone. Thank you for watching. Today we are discussing the H1B visa or the visa for professionals. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to us at info@tntvisa.com, or you can call us or text us at 754-610-7266. We also have information on our website at www.tntvisa.com, which will give you information about us, our firm, and additional immigration options for you. Again, if you like anything that you are watching and seeing, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can be up to date on immigration news. Now, the H-1B visa is, again, for professionals. What it requires is that you have a degree or the equivalent of a degree from a U.S. university. You do not have to have the degree from the U.S. university. You can take your foreign degree and get an evaluation to determine what type of degree you would have in the United States. Once you determine what type of degree you have in the United States, as long as it's a college degree, you can apply for an H-1B visa. The H-1B visa, unfortunately, only has a set number of visas per year. They have 65,000 for college graduates and 85,000 or an additional 20,000 for those who have a master's degree or higher. Because of these limitation, you can only apply for it, except for rare circumstances, which I will discuss in a second, by paying and applying for a lottery in March of each year. Now, last year they received about 300,000 requests for these 85,000 visas that were available. So as you can see, this is something that you need to work on and go through quickly. You have to have an employer in the United States. You cannot own the company in the United States that applies for you. It needs to be owned by a third party, because when you do apply for through a third party, it gives the immigration officer verification that there is an actual job being offered. Now, the main things to consider is there are options, there are ways that you can do it without going through the lottery system. That is when you are renewing an H-1B visa, or it could be that you're working for a higher education, you're working for a college. There are other aspects. So working for a college doesn't mean you have to be a professor. It could also be that you are working in admissions, you're working for marketing, you are working for in a lab. There are a variety of different things that you can consider to go into that would help you be able to apply for an H-1B through a college. Most people think that it has to be a professor job, but that is not accurate. Now, the main thing is that you have to verify that the job that you are applying for requires the degree that you have. So let's say that you have a marketing analyst degree, you need to be working, you have a marketing degree, you need to be working in a marketing analyst or some sort of marketing position that does require a marketing degree. A good attorney will look at the Occupational Outlook Handbook, which is what immigration reviews when looking at H-1B visas, to determine whether or not your position would qualify. There are a lot of different things and a lot of aspects to consider, and it's something that you and your attorney and your employer, because you do have to have an employer, must discuss and review. Once you have made that determination, you have to look at the prevailing wage. The prevailing wage will be based on your position, based on where you were going to be hired. It does not. So example, if you're going to be in Kentucky, your prevailing wage is likely going to be lower than if you're going to be working in New York, even though it's the same type of position. The prevailing wage will be discussed with your employer and your attorney, and the employer will determine whether or not they want to proceed. Once the prevailing wage is determined and you're able to file the H-1B petition, what you're requesting is a 3-year temporary visa. What that means is that you're able to work for the company for the next 3 years in the position that you are being hired for. Once you have gotten the H-1B visa, you can renew it for an additional 3 years, and there's a potential of you being able to renew it for 1-year increments after that, based on the factor on whether or not the company is seeking to hire you in a full-time position. The benefits of the H-1B visa is it allows you and your family to come to the United States, which includes any child under 21 years of age. The other benefit is if you do apply for residency and you have an H-1B visa, it is one of the few visas that you can actually leave and travel to come back in under the H-1B visa without losing your residency application. Most other visas, if you have applied for residency in the United States, you must get a travel permit before you're able to come back in. Your children and your wife are able to, or your husband, your spouse is going to be able to go and work wherever they would like in the, or are able to go to school wherever they want in the United States. And your spouse will be able to seek a work authorization card if the company has filed for a residency application on your behalf. The H-1B, again, is limited to only 6 years unless you have the perm application in play. But those 6 years can be extended based on the time that you are out of the country, can be added to additional time that you seek the H-1B visa. So if you are a professional, if you are looking for working through the United States, right now is a good time to start putting your job out there, putting your resume, trying to find employers, because March is going to get here sooner than you expect. And you want to make sure that you have everything in place so that we can file for the request to verify you get into the lottery system so that you can have the best chance of seeking the H-1B visa. Thank you very much for watching this. If you guys have any questions, again, you can reach out to us at info@tntvisa.com, or you can text us, send us a message at 754-610-7266. And again, there's information you can find on our website at www.tntvisa.com. Again, if you like what you're watching, please subscribe. We thank you for very much watching this, and we are always here to help you with your immigration needs. Have a wonderful